Have you ever pondered upon the term solar maximum and its implication on our planet? Well, let's break it down. The solar maximum is a fascinating cosmic event that occurs every 11 years. It's the climax of our sun's solar cycle, a period where solar activity reaches its crescendo. What does this mean exactly? Imagine the sun as an artist, and during this time it's at its most creative, churning out an impressive array of sunspots and spectacular solar flares. But it's not just about the cosmic light show. This heightened activity has a profound effect on space weather, influencing everything from satellite operations to communication systems. The solar maximum is a powerful reminder of the sun's influence, reaching far beyond its warming rays. So, now that we have a basic understanding of the solar maximum, let's delve into its potential impact on Earth's climate. Our Earth's climate is a delicate balance of many factors, isn't it? It's like a giant, complex puzzle where each piece plays a critical role. Let's dive into some of these pieces. One of the key factors is greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane. These gases trap heat from the sun, creating a sort of thermal blanket around our planet. When the concentration of these gases increases in the atmosphere, more heat is trapped, leading to a rise in global temperatures. This is what we commonly refer to as global warming. But that's not all. Our planet's climate is also influenced by volcanic eruptions. Incredible, right? When a volcano erupts, it spews out large amounts of sulfur dioxide and other particles into the atmosphere. These particles can reflect sunlight back into space, causing a cooling effect on the Earth's surface. Now, let's not forget about solar radiation. The sun is our primary source of heat and light. However, the amount of solar radiation reaching the Earth's surface isn't constant. It varies in an 11-year cycle known as the solar cycle. At the peak of this cycle, the sun's magnetic field is the most distorted due to the magnetic activity on the sun's surface. This period is called the solar maximum, and it's characterized by an increase in solar flares and sunspots. Understanding these factors is crucial in predicting and mitigating climate change. It's like trying to solve that giant, complex puzzle. If we don't know how all the pieces fit together, we can't see the bigger picture or find effective solutions. But here's the thing. While greenhouse gases and volcanic eruptions are largely influenced by human activity and natural events on Earth, the solar cycle is beyond our control. It's a reminder that we are part of a larger cosmic dance. With this background, we can now examine how the solar maximum might influence this delicate balance. Could the sun, through its solar maximum, be a driving force behind changes in our climate? This is a question that has intrigued scientists and climate enthusiasts alike. The potential links between the solar maximum and climate changes on Earth are a fascinating area of study, filled with intrigue and discovery. In our quest to understand these possible links, we must first comprehend the nature of the solar maximum. This is a period of increased solar activity, characterized by an uptick in the number of solar flares and sunspots. When the sun is at its most active, it emits more solar radiation, and this could have far-reaching implications for our planet. One potential impact of the solar maximum is on the Earth's upper atmosphere. The increased solar radiation during this period can heat up the upper atmosphere, causing it to expand. This expansion can lead to changes in the density and composition of the atmosphere, which in turn could influence weather patterns on Earth. Imagine a domino effect, with each domino representing a different element of our planet's climate system. The first domino, the sun's activity, falls, setting off a chain reaction that could potentially affect everything from the atmosphere to weather patterns. But remember, this is just a theory, and the exact mechanisms and impacts are still a subject of ongoing research. There's also the matter of controversy in this field. Some scientists argue that the sun's activity contributes significantly to climate change, while others believe that human activities are the primary drivers. This difference in opinion stems from the complex nature of climate change itself, with numerous factors at play, including greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and yes, potentially, solar activity. However, it's important to note that while the sun's activity does vary over time, these variations are relatively small compared to the overall amount of energy the sun emits. So, while the solar maximum could potentially influence the Earth's climate, its impact is likely to be less significant than that of human-induced climate change. This doesn't mean we should dismiss the potential links between the solar maximum and climate change though. On the contrary, it's an area that warrants further research. Unraveling the complex relationship between the sun's activity and our planet's climate could provide us with invaluable insights into the workings of our world. Moreover, understanding these potential links could also have practical implications. For instance, if increased solar activity does influence weather patterns, this could potentially be factored into weather forecasting models, improving their accuracy and reliability. While the links between the solar maximum and climate change are not fully understood, it's clear that further research is needed to unravel this complex relationship. So let's keep pushing the boundaries of our knowledge, and who knows, we might just uncover some fascinating truths about our world along the way. How do the potential effects of the solar maximum fit into the bigger picture of climate change? When we broach the subject of climate change, it's essential to clarify that while the sun's cyclical behavior, such as the solar maximum, might have an influence, it's not the primary driving force behind our current climate crisis. You may be wondering, if the sun is the ultimate source of our planet's heat, wouldn't a period of increased solar activity have a significant impact on our climate? In a world untouched by human intervention, the answer might be yes. However, the world we inhabit today is far from untouched. Let's paint a picture. Imagine the Earth's climate as a finely tuned orchestra, with each instrument playing its part in harmony. The solar maximum is like a violinist playing slightly louder for a brief moment during an epic symphony. The music changes, but only subtly, and only for a moment. Now imagine that same orchestra, but with one instrument, let's say the drums, banging away, louder and louder, disrupting the harmony. That's the equivalent of human-induced climate change. Greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and other human activities are like those drums, drowning out the other instruments and causing the music, or in our case, the climate, to change dramatically. While the solar maximum may contribute to climate variations, it's important to note that these variations are minor compared to the changes brought about by human activity. The solar maximum cannot explain the rapid rise in global temperatures witnessed over the past century, nor can it account for the unprecedented melting of polar ice caps. In this context, the solar maximum is just one piece of the climate change puzzle. It's a fascinating phenomenon that serves as a reminder of our cosmic connection to the sun. However, the most significant piece of the puzzle, and the one we have control over, is our own behavior. So, let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. While we continue to explore the sun's influence on our planet, let's also confront the challenge we have right here on Earth: mitigating our own impact on the climate. As we can see, the solar maximum is just one piece of the climate change puzzle. So what are the main points we should take away from our discussion on the solar maximum and climate change? First and foremost, the solar maximum is a naturally occurring event in the solar cycle, taking place roughly every 11 years, where the sun's magnetic field flips, leading to increased solar activity. This heightened activity results in more solar flares and coronal mass ejections, which can have implications for our planet. The potential links between the solar maximum and climate change are intriguing, yet complex. While it's tempting to draw direct correlations, the reality is that our climate system is influenced by a myriad of factors, and it's difficult to isolate the effects of the solar maximum from other variables. That being said, some research suggests the solar maximum may subtly influence our planet's climate, potentially exacerbating existing weather patterns and contributing to climate variability. However, it's important to note that these potential impacts are still under investigation, and the scientific community continues to explore this intricate relationship. Thirdly, while the solar maximum may play a role in climate variability, it should not detract from the pressing issue of human-induced climate change. Our activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, are the primary drivers of the current warming trend. Addressing these human-induced factors is crucial if we hope to mitigate the worst impacts of climate change. All in all, the solar maximum is a fascinating phenomenon that adds another layer of complexity to our understanding of the Earth's climate system. However, it's clear that we need to continue researching to fully understand its potential impacts and interactions with our climate. In the face of climate change, understanding all potential influences, including the solar maximum, is key to our future. This knowledge will not only help us better predict and adapt to changes in our climate, but also guide our efforts to reduce our impact on this precious planet we call home.